Hi everybody, thanks for pressing play on the video today. It's Caroline here from craftycarolinecreates.com. Today we are making this very beautiful, very elegant, I think, gift set. This is a magnetic flap that lifts up, and inside it reveals, this opens up, some beautiful note cards and their envelopes. So this fits 4. I think you'll probably get another 2 in, I think. These are the cards, let me show you. These are made using the gorgeous Eastern Palace suite. We are in Eastern Palace suite, so I'm sharing projects with you every day this week using the gorgeous Eastern Palace stamp set and the dies and the designer series paper, everything from that suite. Look at these gorgeous cards. These are made using the they're very much bling, very opulent. I think they're very much Eastern. These are made using the stickers, which a lot of people think stickers are a bit naff, but look at the reflection on there. It's beautiful, isn't it? And then this is all hand stamped, and then this is designer series paper. I just think these are beautiful. They're a bit over the top, but you know, very beautiful. And I think they also work that way as well, wouldn't they? So they fit beautifully inside the gift set. This is something I actually saw on Pinterest. I'm not sure who originated it. I've seen a few versions of it, but this is my version using the Eastern Palace suite, and I think it's really lovely. I like that magnetic closure. It just adds a little bit to help keep it closed. So should we get on and I'll show you how you made it? Okay. Alright, we're going to start with some scoring. So here's my scoreboard. Here it is. And here's some of that beautiful Eastern Palace designer series paper. This measures 7.5 inches by 12 inches. Don't know which side to use. Should we go for this one? So when you're scoring it, score it with the side that you want to be on the outside of your box down. It just means that we can get the folds the right way. It just makes it a little bit easier to fold it up. So start with the short section along the top, and we're going to score it at 1 7/8 of an inch. 1 7/8 of an inch. Flip it 90 degrees and score it again at 1 7/8 of an inch. Okay, turn it back so you got your 12-inch side along the top, and now we are going to score it at 5 5/8. 5 5/8, and then once again rotate it round and score it at 5 5/8. Okay, that is all our scoring done on our DFP. Before I put the scoreboard away, I have another bit of Tranquil Tide, which is one of those gorgeous new in colours. You can get your hands on them a little bit early through the Eastern Palace bundle. And we are going to score this. Sorry, I'll give you the measurements first. 4 3/4 by 3 3/4. With the long side at the top, we're going to score it at 1 inch. Flip it round and score it at 1 inch again. Okay. Now we can put the scoreboard away, and we are going to fold and burnish those score lines. Okay. If you do want to see all of the Eastern Palace products in a bit more detail, I did do a video on Friday showing them all, so do pop over and see that. I'll link it in the down bar below, and you can order everything already now. It has all been released, so do please, if you love it as much as I do please go and order it. So we are now going to start doing some folding. So this is the bit you just have to watch really. Fold your card in, your paper in like this, and what we want to do, let me try and describe it, is this score line that goes across here. Can you see that? Not sure if you can. There's a score line, there we go. We want this score line effectively to go down this side here. So the way we're going to do this, and you might have seen me do this in some other videos, is we're going to put a finger in the corner where the two score lines intersect, and then we're just going to take this corner and push it up and bring it down, and then use your bone folder and your finger to make that crease nice and sharp. So basically this corner has gone up and over. Okay, we'll do it 4 more times, so 3 more times, so you will get the idea. So finger in this corner here, and then just push down your DSP, so the score line lines up with the creased edge. Okay, so that score line there is then going down there. Let's spin it around, do it here. Just going to use my bone folder. That one needs to go over a little bit more, Caroline. There we go. And then my last one here. Just make sure that you line up. And there we go. Okay, so you can see how this is going to fold up like that, and our cards are going to go in the center. Okay, before we do, we need to bring in our flap. Okay, and this stage it's symmetrical, so just decide which is going to be your front and your back. It doesn't really matter. So I've folded those score lines, and I'm just on one end, I'm just going to cut in like that. You're not going to see this bit, so don't worry about it being neat. And we're going to tuck this inside like this, and that is then going to be our flap that will fold over to keep it nice and closed. So start with a little bit of glue along that flap there, slide that in, and there we go. And just stick that down. Just make sure that it does fold over. And then you can put your tombow along here like this, but we want to go along in a diagonal there and along in a diagonal there. Okay, just fold these over and stick those down. So just make sure that you're not putting glue on this section that will fold up. So it is just on sort of this trapezium, I think it is called, this shape here. Okay, now we need to make sure, now we need to basically affix our magnets so that this will stay closed all by itself. And the way we are going to do that is we are going to roughly measure where this is going to go, and I'm just going to use a pen, I've got a marker here, just to put a tiny little notch just there, just a little mark inside on both sides, and we're about ½ an inch up from where our flap is going to be, putting that line there. Okay, so you can see where I've put those. And then I'm going to get my magnets. These are super strong nano magnets. You've seen me use these before. Very, very thin, but very strong. Let me show you what happens when I let go. Okay, so they really just will help to keep it closed. I'm going to put a glue dot on the back of my magnet, on one of them. And then I'm just going to pop this underneath my flap there, sort of underneath where I put my little mark. I'm going to do again with another one here. Okay, peel that off, and this one is going to go again in the same place on the other side. Okay, now what we can do is we can put glue on the same section of flap here and stick that one down, and the same section of flap here and stick that one down, and that will nicely hide our magnets from sight. Then what we are going to do is get another of our magnets. Where have I put them? They're stuck to my scissors. That's how strong they are. They've just put them to one side and they've moved themselves to the stickers. And another glue dot on the back. Here we go. And then we are going to go feel where your magnet is and just attach it. Oh, don't put the glue dot on yet, because magnets are repelling. So put your magnet on there. Do the same on the other side. Okay, ooh, see, they're strong. And then we're just going to pop a glue dot on top of our magnets. One there, and one here. There we go. And then what we're going to do is close that together at the top and just fold your flap all the way down, but with this bit like bent down. Do you see what I mean? Folded flat. Then those two magnets have stuck themselves onto the flap with the glue dots, but they're perfectly positioned. So all we need to do now is put some glue on the flap, fold that over, and that hides our magnets. But because these are super strong, they have no problem sealing it closed through the flap. So what you then would do is pop in your cards and your envelopes, and we're just going to do a little bit of embellishment on the flap. This is the very vanilla ribbon from the Occasions catalogue, which is available at a good discount actually, because it is retiring. And then I'm just going to attach this ribbon around, but I'm going to add one of these gorgeous tassels. These are the mini tassels that come in the bundles that you can buy at the moment. I thought these were something I would not use, and I've used them so much. You will see them in quite a few projects that I've shared already and that I'm going to share. Let me pull this out, and we're just going to slide this on. There we go, pull that on. And then attach it. I'm just going to put a little glue dot behind it just to help hold it in place. There we go. It's just a glue dot behind the tassel. Bring my ribbon round. And again, I'm going to use another glue dot to stick that into place. Just need to go and see the baby in a second, but I think we're just about done, aren't we? Pull that round, and voila! What I think are really elegant little note card gift boxes. Hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you're enjoying all of these projects using Eastern Palace. If I can help with any Stampin' Up products, do not hesitate to get in touch. Thanks for watching. Bye bye!